Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Fluent Path English. I'm James.
And I'm Emily. Thanks for joining us today. So, James, have you ever had a hard time trying to quit something?
Oh, yeah. I once tried to give up coffee for a month. It was a nightmare. I had headaches, felt tired all the time, and eventually gave up on giving up.
I get it. Breaking a habit, especially something addictive, can be really tough. And that brings us to today's dialogue.
Right. Today we're listening in on a couple having a serious discussion. The woman is clearly upset because her partner hasn't stopped smoking like she expected.
Yes, you'll hear useful phrases related to addiction, compromise, and frustration in relationships.
All right, let's listen to the first version of the dialogue.
It smells like an ashtray in here.
Hi, honey. What's wrong? Why do you have that look on your face?
What's wrong? I thought we agreed you were going to quit smoking.
No. I said I was going to cut down, which is very different. You can't just expect me to go cold turkey overnight.
Look, there are other ways to quit. You can try the nicotine patch or nicotine chewing gum. We spend a fortune on cigarettes every month. And now laws are cracking down and not allowing smoking in any public place. It's not like you can just light up like before.
I know. I really am trying, but I don't have the willpower to just quit. I can't fight with the urge to reach for my pack of smokes in the morning with coffee or after lunch. Please understand.
Fine, I want a divorce.
Wow, that got intense pretty quickly. You can really feel the tension between them.
Yeah, she's clearly frustrated and feeling let down. And he seems overwhelmed by the pressure to change.
This kind of conflict is really common when someone tries to quit an addiction, especially without enough support or preparation.
Exactly. And the woman also mentioned how laws and social norms are changing. That kind of pressure can add stress to the relationship too.
For sure. Let's look at some of the key expressions in this conversation.
Let's begin with the word ashtray.
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 An ashtray is a small container used for holding ashes and cigarette butts. You'll usually find one on a table or in a smoking area.
That's right. So when she says, "It smells like an ashtray in here," she means the room smells strongly of cigarette smoke, like a place where many people have smoked.
It's a strong and unpleasant image, and definitely shows how upset she is about the smoking.
Absolutely. Next up is the phrase, "Why do you have that look on your face?"
Why do you have that look on your face?
Why do you have that look on your face?
This is a casual way of asking why someone looks upset, angry, confused, or emotional. It's used when you notice a strong expression on someone's face.
Right. It's often said with concern or curiosity, like "What's going on?" or "Did something happen?"
Exactly. You might also hear people say, "You look upset," or "What's with that face?" in a similar context.
Exactly. All right, now let's talk about cut down.
Cut down.
Cut down.
In this context, cut down means to reduce the amount or frequency of something, like smoking or drinking.
Right. He says, "I said I was going to cut down," meaning he planned to smoke less, not stop completely.
You can also say, "I'm trying to cut down on sugar," or "He needs to cut down on screen time."
Very useful phrase. All right, the next phrase is, "Go cold turkey."
Go cold turkey.
Go cold turkey.
This phrase means to quit something suddenly and completely, without gradually reducing it first.
Exactly. It's often used when talking about quitting addictive habits, like smoking, alcohol, or junk food.
For example, she went cold turkey on caffeine, or he decided to go cold turkey and stop drinking altogether.
It's a strong and often difficult method, but some people find it effective.
Exactly. All right, now let's listen to the dialogue a second time and see if you can catch all these phrases in action.
Ugh, it smells like an ashtray in here.
Hi, honey. What's wrong? Why do you have that look on your face?
What's wrong? I thought we agreed you were going to quit smoking.
No. I said I was going to cut down, which is very different. You can't just expect me to go cold turkey overnight.
Look, there are other ways to quit. You can try the nicotine patch or nicotine chewing gum. We spend a fortune on cigarettes every month, and now laws are cracking down and not allowing smoking in any public place. It's not like you can just light up like before.
I know. I really am trying, but I don't have the willpower to just quit. I can't fight with the urge to reach for my pack of smokes in the morning with coffee or after lunch. Please understand.
Fine, I want a divorce.
Listening to it again, you really see both sides. The woman is concerned about health and expenses, and the man feels stuck and powerless.
Yes, and the phrase, go cold turkey, really stood out. It's a strong way to say quitting something suddenly.
I also noticed how emotional it got when she mentioned divorce. That shows how deeply habits can affect a relationship.
Absolutely. Now let's go over some more key phrases and words that stood out.
All right, let's start with nicotine patch and nicotine chewing gum.
Nicotine patch and nicotine chewing gum.
Nicotine patch and nicotine chewing gum.
A nicotine patch is a small adhesive patch that you stick on your skin to slowly release nicotine into your body. Nicotine chewing gum works in a similar way, but you chew it to get a small dose of nicotine.
Right. In the dialogue, the woman says, you can try the nicotine patch or nicotine chewing gum.
She's suggesting different ways her partner can quit smoking without having to rely only on willpower.
Exactly. Next, let's talk about fortune.
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 In this dialogue, fortune means a very large amount of money. The woman says, we spend a fortune on cigarettes. This means that cigarettes cost them so much money that it's starting to feel unreasonable or excessive.
Right. You can also say, that car cost a fortune, or he made a fortune in real estate.
Great examples. Now, let's move on to crack down.
Crack down.
Crack down.
To crack down means to start dealing with something more strictly. In the dialogue, she says, laws are cracking down on smoking in any public place. This means that new rules and enforcement are making it much harder for people to smoke freely like before.
Yes. You can also say, the school is cracking down on cheating, or the government is cracking down on illegal parking.
All right. Next, we have willpower.
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 Willpower is the ability to control your impulses and stay strong when you're trying to do something difficult, like quitting smoking. In the dialogue, the man says, I don't have the willpower to just quit. He's admitting that he doesn't have the inner strength needed to completely stop smoking right away.
Right. For example, it takes a lot of willpower to resist eating junk food, or she has strong willpower when it comes to sticking to her goals.
All right. Finally, let's explain urge.
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 An urge is a strong desire to do something, especially something hard to resist. In the dialogue, the man says he can't fight the urge to reach for his pack of smokes. This shows how powerful his craving to smoke is, especially at certain times like after meals.
Exactly. You might hear, I had an urge to eat chocolate, or he felt the urge to call her late at night.
Great explanations, Emily. Now that we've gone through these phrases, let's listen to the dialogue one last time and see how much you can catch.
Ugh, it smells like an ashtray in here.
Hi, honey. What's wrong? Why do you have that look on your face?
What's wrong? I thought we agreed you were going to quit smoking.
No. I said I was going to cut down, which is very different. You can't just expect me to go cold turkey overnight.
Look, there are other ways to quit. You can try the nicotine patch or nicotine chewing gum. We spend a fortune on cigarettes every month, And now laws are cracking down and not allowing smoking in any public place. It's not like you can just light up like before.
I know. I really am trying, but I don't have the willpower to just quit. I can't fight with the urge to reach for my pack of smokes in the morning with coffee or after lunch. Please understand.
Fine, I want a divorce.
That's the end of today's episode. There was a lot of emotion packed into that short conversation.
Yeah, it really shows how difficult it can be to break a habit, especially when it affects other people.
And we saw expressions related to addiction, compromise, and frustration, things that come up a lot in real-life relationships.
Right. If you're trying to quit something, it's okay to ask for help, and it's important to be honest with your loved ones.
And on the other side, it's important to be supportive and patient. Big changes take time.
That's a great message. Thanks for listening, everyone.
If you liked this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave us a review.
We'll be back soon with more useful English conversations.
See you next time.